Hi, I'm Joseph, and I would like to talk about credit repair. This is in the series of Men's Fellowship Adventures. In order to be in society as a viable citizen, you got to have good credit. I mean, you can't buy a car without a credit. You definitely can't buy a house without a credit. So let's talk about your credit. How bad is it? Is your credit under 500? You got bad credit. So let's talk about repairing it. First, get a credit report from the three bureaus that they have. And once you get the credit report, they give you one every year free of charge. Just go down the list and see everybody you haven't made payments to for whatever long it is. Start with the little one first and call them up and offer a settlement. If you owe um, Walmart $100, typically they'll think you can think like this. If you offer them half of it, they'll be happy to settle for that. What I like to do is go less than half. So if I owe 100, I'm gonna start off with like $25. So you call them up and offer them, hey, would you settle this for $25? And normally what will happen is either the clerk or the person will say yes, or they'll say no. Now, if they say no, just go back at them and say, all right, if what would you settle it for? And they might have to put you on hold, go ask their boss, and they'll come back. And we can't settle for $25, sir, but we can settle for $37.50. And if they settle for $35.50, or whatever it was I gave you, then settle for it. That's right. Say, okay, I got that. And you pay them the $35.50 or $37.50. Pay it. And that'll be one off the list. You go down the whole list and do every last one of them. You call up the company. You know, if you owe them $500, negotiate it. You know it's going to be less than $250. You offer them like $100. They can only say yes or no, and if they say no, then you ask what is their threshold for it. Now, once you find it, you pay it. Sometimes you might have to say, okay, that's a little bit too much. Can we do it in monthly payments? How about can I pay it off in 3 or 4 months? And if they agree to that, get it in writing, because having that in writing is like having a new contract, which you can take to a creditor, and they might give you leniency for that because you have it in writing and you're making payments. That's how that goes. All right, so that's part one of getting your credit clean, going through your whole credit report, knocking off all those creditors that you owe. And when you do that, your credit is going to start to rise. And there's two other things that I do. One is, once you start paying a few of them, your credit's going to start looking good. Go to a Target and get a Target card. Target will give you a $300. Now, most people will get that $300, go to Target and say, come on, baby, let's go spend this $300 because the payment is only $25. Don't do that. That's no. Because what happens is the creditors look at you and they say, that's a credit risk. No, we don't want. Look, stay under 1/3 of whatever that card is. So if you got $300, stay under $100. If you do that for about 6 months, they're going to consider you a good credit risk, and then they're going to give you more credit. So I did that, and I started with Target with $300, and by the time I got rid of my credit card with Target, because I got a bunch of them, I just got to get rid of them. I got rid of it, and I was at $2,200 a month for credit. Isn't that nice? You can buy Christmas with that. Yeah. Anyway, that's part one of getting credit back in order. You got a Target card, you got a 300 limit, you're spending $100 a month. You do that for about 6 months, and they'll increase your rate. Just let them know how much money you make every time you get a raise. Call Target and tell them how much more money you make, and they'll just adjust your credit based on your income or how much you can afford to pay. Now, the other thing is, go to your bank, and I don't know who you bank with, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Chase, Citi, whoever you bank with, go to your bank and slap down $300 or $500, whatever you can afford, for a secured credit card. Now, what that means is, let's use the $300. They'll give you a credit card worth $300 a month. Now, same thing applies. Don't spend more than a third on your credit card. So if you got $300, spend less than $100 every month, and make sure you make those payments on time or before time. And you really got no problem. I mean, it's not like the old days where you had to mail a letter and make sure that you count the days before the letter gets to the company. No, you can do that on the computer. This almost the same day. Just make your payments on time, and they're gonna consider you a good credit risk. Now, I did that with my wife, and don't tell her because she'll be all on my case. And after about 3 years, the bank, I'm not going to tell you which bank, the bank gave her back her $300 and gave her a real credit card, not a secured one, a real one. Now, I don't trust, Rush Card and all these TV commercial places. Me personally, if I can't go to your business, I don't want to really do business with you, because I had an issue with USAA, and I got on their bad side, and they blocked me from the account. I had to get permission in order to look at my own account. And I'm scratching my head and like, what if I gave them all of my money, every kind of money that I get in? What if I open up an account with them to handle my daily transaction money? And they blocked me from that. Oh, hell no. I would have went ballistic, jumping on desks with my baseball bat trying to get my money. I don't do that. If they're not where I can go next to, go to their door, sign the paper and get my money right away. I don't deal with them. All right, so that's credit. And if you do that, I mean, I got a lot of things to tell you. I used to be a licensed stockbroker, so I did a lot of financial planning. This credit, if you do that, by the time June, July come in 2023, you're going to start looking good. Then you can go get that car, and I'll tell you about that later. This is part one, credit with Men's Fellowship Adventures. Just email me, do something, text me, let me know what you have a need of, and I'll help you out the best I can. I don't care if it's your mama, your brothers, your sisters, your girlfriend. If you got questions about anything in life, holler at the brother. Have a good day.